finally working. Hello. Nobody's in here yet, but I'm saying hello now for the recording. Let's see. Not get this live going. There's that. Now I need to go over to Twitter and give a new link. There we go. Oh. Hey, Terrence. It's been a long time. I hope you're doing swell on this Christmas evening. I'm going to take a minute to put some of these beads away because I finished a part earlier and I'm not using these colors anymore. And I would like to use this plate still. I was just thinking earlier how I find it kind of funny anyway, but I use children's dishes for my beading containers. They are. Thanks, Terrence. You too. Having a quiet evening. Santa doesn't come for me until tomorrow night instead of tonight. So yeah, for anybody watching or for anybody watching the recording, the playback, I am going to be beading. And I might be a little slow with it because it's a really big project. I'll show it to you in a second. And I also broke my rib, so I broke it the other day. Hey, Josher. I am beading an eagle staff. Giant project. And I was very honored to be asked to bead it. And I'll get into it in a moment. Just trying to get these taken care of. Maybe let some more people come in if anybody wants to come in. It is Christmas Eve, and I'm not exactly like a big creator or something. Girl named Di. Is it D or Di? Thank you. I have been very bah humbug the past couple of years. I'm just not a holiday person, I guess, except for Halloween. And the tree that I had before, my mother had given to me, like it was her tree. She bought a new one and was like, well, here, take my old one. And it was so big. It took up a ton of my living room, and being all bah humbug, a giant Christmas tree being in your way is just really annoying. So this year, in order to get more holiday cheer, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this tree my own. It's very me. Several medallions, and still working on your leggings. I just beaded and made a pair of moccasins for somebody. They commissioned them from me to gift to their daughter, who is also our tribal chairperson. So I was like freaking out about these moccasins. It's like, they got to be good. They have to be good because not only are they a commission, so you want to make a good quality product that somebody paid you for, but I'm like, she's the tribal chairperson, so she's going to end up wearing them to like something important And if they don't look good, oh, that's right. I was going to get my TikTok going too. Live. Let's see. There it goes. From Philly, hey? Ani, I am from Michigan, the Upper Peninsula. Okay, so I'm beading an eagle staff. My tribe, we have a flag and like an official flag, but we don't have an official eagle staff. And the one that we've been using actually belongs to our tribal college. So one of the elders, he like runs the culture program at our tribe. He decided that he's gonna get a bunch of people together and make an eagle staff for our tribe. So he asked me to bead it. So this is some velvet here. This isn't the entire fish, actually. There's more, but I could only fit, so much in a quilting square. So I'm going to finish this side of the fish and then move the quilting square down more and bead that. And I think I'm going to put some more florals like above and below the fish. Maybe even write Ganoche conning on here. I don't know for sure, but and this is only one side. I still have to do the other side. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do a fish on each side or if I'm going to do something else on the other side. Because the elder, he asked for florals, and I brought it up to our chairperson, the one I was just talking about, and she was like, do a pike. So I decided I'm going to do florals and I'm going to do a pike. But I'm kind of thinking maybe do the pike on one side and then just florals on the other side. Or do a pike with a different design on the inside. Or just do the exact same thing on both sides. I haven't really made up my mind. And I have time to make up my mind yet. But yeah. I'm doing this one first because in theory, I'm thinking about the powwow, okay? The powwow is clockwise, the way that we go around the circle, right? And so I just figure the way that the staff is going to be carried, this side will be the one that's like facing the crowd, if that makes sense. So getting the important one out of the way first. And yeah, so if you're wondering why a pike, pike in Anishinaabe is Ganoche, and the area where my tribe has lived for a long, long time is called Ganoche Conning, which is place of the pike. So yeah, pike is it's a special gigon. It's a special fish for our area. But here, this is what I completed earlier today. I actually went live on TikTok, and I'm live on there now. I don't know if anybody's watching me here. I don't think so. But here is a strawberry and odamen. And I mean, if you're Anishinaabe, you probably know what odamen translates to. But if you're not Anishinaabe, let me explain to you. Odamen translates to, well, first, Ode is the heart. And then adding min on there is basically like berry. So the strawberry, the odamen, is the heart berry. And I specifically chose it to put right here and in this way, because this is where the gigon, the fish's heart is located, like for real on a fish, and fish have 2 chamber hearts. So I don't know how well you can see on this laptop camera. It's kind of, here we go. Yeah, so just this little line here separates it into 2 chambers. And I have 13 black speckles on there. So yeah, if you want to see the back, the ring light kind of makes it absolutely, if I do this, you can kind of see I have this tearaway stabilizer here, and I have the design drawn on. And there's also a black canvas and then the velvet. So this is going to be a nice high quality eagle staff. It's going to last forever. Okay, let's see. Is it okay for me to ask which tribe, city, organization in Michigan? My husband is a quarter Native and we don't know much about that side of the family. Not sure how to get membership or however that works. I am enrolled in Bay Mills. Bay Mills Indian community is in northern Michigan. It depends on what tribe he is. Some tribes require like a blood quantum to enroll. I don't really agree with that. By the way, just throwing that out there. My tribe and many other tribes require you to be able to prove that you descend from certain names on historic rolls, which if you don't know what the rolls are, those are basically Native censuses that we're taking. You know, we do a census like every 10 years or something. They took a census of all Natives, a couple of them throughout the continent, late 1800s, I think, and they did them every few years or so. So yeah, you had to prove that you descend from somebody on those rolls in order to enroll. And I don't really know a whole lot about that, just because my whole family is just, I've never had to try and prove myself, I guess. So I can't speak to what kind of process that is. That's why I bring that up. We thought he was more Ojibwe, but his grandmother mentioned the Chippewa. Chippewa is Ojibwe. Chippewa and Ojibwe are the same thing, because Ojibwe is a huge tribe. And I was just talking about this earlier today, that Ojibwe is the 3rd largest tribe in North America. Navajo and Cherokee are bigger. I don't know which one's the largest. I think Navajo is the biggest. Navajo, then Cherokee, then Ojibwe. But it could be Cherokee and then Navajo. Either way, Ojibwe is the biggest, and it spans from like somewhat into Ontario, like all the way out to like Montana. So because of that, there's a lot of different dialects and a lot of different, basically like versions of the language. Anishinaabe probably wasn't spoken the same way where I'm from as it was, say, in like Minnesota. So because of that, we also refer to ourselves in different dialects. So you might hear Ojibwe, which is what I say, or you might say Ojibwa, and then the J might be spoken differently. I say with it more of a hard J, but it might also be spoken with a Ch. Chippewa, get it? So basically Chippewa came from like French people who didn't know how to say our name. Yeah, and you'll hear this all like Navajo. I believe they really refer to themselves as Dene, or Cherokee. There's a couple, I don't know how to say it though, like Salgi or something. And then Iroquois is a big one. Iroquois They refer to themselves as Haudenosaunee or the Sioux. They're actually Lakota. It's sad that we have to prove who we are, even us who are born and raised on the res. Yeah, I can't speak to that experience. I don't have that experience, but I do empathize with people who do. I just need a drink of water real quick. I wasn't sure if it'd be the Sault Ste. Marie or the Bay Mills organization that we would go to. You could probably just like kind of pick one, honestly, and then go from there. And I guess depending on what happens via either tribe, that'll let you know which one might be more appropriate. And I say this because Sault Ste. Marie tribe and Bay Mills once were one band of Ojibwe. We split apart in I think the 70s or something, somewhere around there. So when Bay Mills became a federally recognized tribe and like an original federally recognized tribe in the 30s, the Sioux tribe was a part of that, and then Sioux tribe branched off later on. So chances are, if you're going to find descendancy in one, you'll probably find descendancy in the other as well. And depending on who your husband's ancestor is, he could probably even choose which tribe to be in. Because we were one big family. So yeah, I'm gonna get some thread going because I said I would bead, and I imagine you might want to see me get a lot done, but I am going to move a little slower today because I broke my rib. I broke my rib. By how, you ask? How did you break your rib? I jumped into a snowbank in order to make a TikTok. There was this sound on TikTok that sounded really fun. And I shoveled my driveway. The bank looked really fluffy, and I was like, ooh, this would be perfect for that TikTok sound. And I jumped into the snowbank, landed on my side, felt pain. And then yesterday I stretched and there was a loud pop and I was in a lot of pain. And then I almost passed out. So I went to the doctor, and yeah, she said I cracked my rib and I have to heal now. So yeah. Chelsea, swear to God, I've been thinking about you because you've been missing in action since forever. I know. I'm sorry. Sometimes we just need a break. I've been, I don't want to say like going through a lot, but my life has been going through a lot of changes. If you guys weren't aware, I was married, and then the marriage had a lot of issues, and at the same time, I figured out that I'm actually gay. I'm lesbian. So kind of settled through that whole separation, and the separation became more official around when I disappeared from YouTube. And that's basically just because we stopped cohabitating. He moved out. And since then, I've become completely responsible for my home. I don't have any roommates. And yeah, I got kids, but they don't do the dishes or shovel the driveway. So basically, that's my explanation is I'm adjusting to a new life, and it's been busy, but I do have ideas. What I want to do is, I'll read the next comments in just a moment, but what I want to do is backstory, I recently taught a workshop at my tribe for ribbon shirts. The first ribbon shirt workshop we ever had, it filled up fast, and then there was a wait list. Like it was a big deal, and it went really well too. So that made me really happy. But I also hadn't made a ribbon shirt in a while. So in order to refresh my skills before I would teach them, I went back and I watched my own ribbon shirt tutorial. And it was made in my early days of YouTube, so it's terrible. Like, there were a few steps that I do differently now, and the video quality was bad. Like, the audio, it was filmed on an old iPhone 8, and my mic was really bad, so like the audio is terrible, the music's too loud, it's awful, whatever. So my plan is, after the holidays, I want to film a series sort of similar to my Jingle Dress series about making ribbon shirts, so I can get you some better instructions. Yes, Nena, for a TikTok. I jumped into the snowbank for a TikTok. Pop music. Yeah, I do know that last name. I do. Yeah, I hope I feel better too. I don't know how long it's gonna take to heal, and I don't think it's a major fracture. We don't really know, because our health center lost the X-ray tech, so I didn't have any X-rays taken. And yeah, I guess just take her easy. That's what I had to do. I suppose I can get started on some beadwork. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bead a little leaf. Figure instead of a flower or whatever, I'll pick something small so I can get you a finished product before I get too tired. But I hope y'all, if you celebrate, your Christmas is going swell. I'm not a Christian. I just do the whole capitalism thing. I look at it like this. I don't consider the Cherokees to be the largest tribe. I would say that the Dene are the largest, then the Lakota, Dakota, Nakota, then the Anishinaabe, Chippewa, Ojibwe. Yeah, see, the thing is, like, Cherokee and Navajo, they're like all together in a sense that they're one government, one corporation, one tribe, and everybody who is that is enrolled in that one, right? But the Ojibwe are different because we're spread out and we're like broken up into smaller divisions of the tribe, basically. Imagine if the Ojibwe were all together. But I'm pretty sure Ojibwe is bigger than Lakota, though. Thank you for the vibes, the good vibes. They're good. It's all good. I'm just living my best gay life, the single life, focusing on myself and my kids for a while. So, yeah. I don't think I have anybody in this TikTok live, though. I went on there earlier, and there was, like, nothing happening. I had nobody to talk to. So this is an interesting method. I'm doing 2 needle, but I have the design on the back, so I have to kind of shift back and forth constantly. And I've thought about filming this for, like, I don't know, like a beading in music or something, but it would be impossible to film without having to edit a ton. Just came from TikTok. Yeah, I mean, I might as well have it going. see if anybody wants to talk to me on there. I have found a lot of gamers through TikTok. I'll see them on their live and they're like, I'm not paying attention to this chat. Go to my Twitch. So I found quite a few Twitch streamers because their TikTok live popped up on my For You page. How long have you been beading for? On and off for about 16 or 17 years. I think a big chunk of that, I didn't bead anything though. Like I think I went a good 5 years or so without beading anything. Yeah, thanks. A time lapse. But the problem is I have to keep doing this kind of movement, which takes the project out of the frame. So I don't know. Maybe I'll figure something out, but for now I'm just kind of like, maybe in the future I'll just show the finished product and talk about it for anybody who likes my channel but doesn't watch the live. You know, I am keeping this up. I'm not going to take it down, but I'm myself don't really watch lives after they've finished. So I can imagine that there are people on my channel that don't know I'm making this project and would like to see it when it's finished. But I'm really honored anyway that he asked me to be the one to do this. We should go live together and bead sometime. I know, and I can't even like invite you because right now, because I don't have that streaming service anymore. It costs $25 a month to have that streaming service. And I was using it for like bringing people onto my platform to kind of talk about their experience. You were one of them. And then I also had a Cherokee freedman come on and talk about their experience being a freedman. And it was just, it's a lot out of my own pocket to invite people on my channel. So yeah, I can't fill up the silence with music like I did on TikTok earlier. I had music playing and I was like jamming. YouTube won't let me do that. Is anybody else working on any? Oh, you like my sweater? Thank you. It says naughty is the new nice. Silly little Christmas sweater story. It's really just a disappointment is all. The one time I go on Facebook, I do not play on that site. I don't like it, but I went on there for something. I don't remember. And it's a little impossible not to notice straight away whatever pops up first on your feed. And a cute little company pops up where it's like, get your personalized Christmas sweater with your cats. And I'm sure if you have been watching my channel for a minute, you know that I have a little black cat named Noodles. But in October, I got a second cat. And she's a little tortoiseshell cat. Her name is Spicy. And I named her Spicy because she is spicy. I see you over there, Madam Spicy. Anyway, and I freaking love my cats. So I checked out the website, and they had like all these different options for you to personalize your sweater. They had like over 40 different fur patterns of cats. So I picked the black cat and the tortoiseshell, and then you could put their names on there, and have them like dressed up as an elf or wrapped in Christmas lights or whatever. And then you could also opt to have it say like cat mom or cat dad or whatever. And I'm funny, so I put cat dad. I ordered this like the first few days of December. I think it was like December 2nd or something that I placed my order. And then I kept waiting and waiting and waiting. They were sending email after email like, your order's coming soon, offering money off of next orders. Like, okay, if you're going to offer me money off, I want it off of this one. And yeah, on the 22nd, they sent me another email saying, if you still want your sweater, verify here, or here, select this other button and get a full refund. We're so sorry. We just got so many orders this year that we were not able to keep up with. So I went through all of that and was super excited for this super cute Christmas sweater. I never got it because I requested the refund. $50. Let's see. You can go Instagram Live for free. I've thought about it because like my TikTok is so random. Like I have a lot of mutuals and a lot of people that I enjoy on there, but not people that care about like beading. Because most of what I engage with on TikTok is like the LGBT community. So what am I trying to say? But Instagram would be like the next best thing, because you can invite people to go live with you. You can play music, whatever. But the problem with Instagram is like that's my smallest platform, and I don't really have I don't think I have anybody that follows me on Instagram that gives a shit to watch. I feel like the random people on TikTok might give a shit more than my followers on Instagram. I could be wrong, but I don't know. YouTube seems the most appropriate place for me to stream something like this. But I'm also just not I don't go live frequently. It's not really my niche, I guess. But it's okay. Here we are. I tried announcing it earlier so that people would know. Spicy and noodles. Yes. Yeah. So Spicy's name was actually supposed to be Soup. It was between Soup and Doja Cat. Some friends of mine ruled out Doja Cat for me though, because they're like, if Doja Cat does something shitty and gets canceled, then like you're gonna feel really bad about her name. And I was like, you're right. It's like, well, her name is gonna be Soup then. And the girl that I got her from, she was actually in Sioux, Canada, and apparently the story goes that she was on her way to work, and there was a box of kittens and a mommy on the sidewalk while she was walking her way to work. So she picked up this box of cats and found all the kittens' homes and kept the mom. So I actually got in touch with her because of my girlfriend at the time. And so there were a few different kittens that I was promised, and because she was in Canada and COVID stuff going on, right, it was taking me a while to be able to pick up the cat. So that's kind of how all the other cats I was promised kept being taken, because she's like, I'm sorry, but this other people wanted it. And I'm like, yes, let them have the cats, because I don't want to cause any cats to not have homes because it's taken me a long time to pick her up. And eventually there were only 3 cats left, and she was attached to one, which I think she did end up giving it away instead of keeping it. And I had 2 to choose from. So I chose the tortoiseshell because she was the only girl. The other 2 were boys. And the girl kept calling her Spicy. She was like, all right, just so you know, she hisses, she scratches, she's not very friendly, she's spicy, but I'll work on her for you. So she would like send me updates, and she'd be like, she's still spicy. And yeah, she was right. It took this cat about 2 weeks before she was comfortable enough for me to touch her without her backing away or hissing or scratching at me. And as I was getting to know her, know each other, I kept calling her Spicy, and I'd be like, oh, you're a spicy little kitten. And one night it just clicked. I was like, we keep calling you Spicy, your name is Spicy. She's over there sleeping, probably like her brain's probably like going off every time I say Spicy. So yeah, Spicy and Noodles. What is the frame you're using? This is a quilter's frame. Yep, it's just some pipe that are connected at these corners, and then it has another piece that hugs the material onto the frame. It's called a quilter's frame, so I got it right at Joann Fabrics. You should be able to find it there. You would watch on IG? Well, you're a baddie then. We'll see. Maybe I can give it a try. Have some conversations with people. It's also, though, a nice way for me to be on YouTube without having to film and edit and everything. I can still kind of, I know I disappeared for a while, so it's a nice, easy way for me to be back, if that makes any sense. Because even my last video took me a long time to put out. The footage, most of it, was on my phone for over a month before it was uploaded. I had the skirt finished for probably 2 or 3 weeks, and all I needed to do was film me modeling the skirt, and of course edit the video and upload it. And I was not at that place in my life to be able to do that. But then one day I see on Twitter that a TikTok had gone absolutely viral, where the was just like, oh my God, this language is so hard to watch or to learn, I mean. And I actually put that TikTok right in my video, because once I seen that TikTok, I was not inspired, because the idea was already there. It was already executed, filmed, created, whatever. But I guess I was motivated. It motivated me to finally get this video up. And I guess it worked out, because since the blueberry pie was like trending, if you know how algorithms work, it kind of helped my video do well as well. I'm a gay Black man, and many African Americans use the term same gender loving. Do you consider yourself as lesbian or two-spirit, or do you use both terms? I just consider myself lesbian, and I consider that to be not only my sexuality, but kind of my gender as well, which is really difficult to explain because I don't consider lesbian as a gender to be trans in the way that like non-binary would be, or female to male, male to female trans. I consider it to be cis, so I'm like cis lesbian, and I don't identify as two-spirit. And I can't really explain to you why I don't or why I would. So yeah, I don't even say lesbian as much. I usually just say gay, like I'm gay. But that's cool because I don't have any like Black LGBT friends in real life, but I do have a lot of mutuals and people that I follow on like TikTok and social media and stuff. And I learn a lot about the Black lesbian community, specifically terms like stud and femme or STEM, which has become a big problem for non-Black people who want to use those words. It's really sad. Same here, lesbian is a gender. I don't know how to explain it. It is. And I could never fully explain my gender before until I heard that, until that was said to me. Because I would just say like I'm a woman, and after non-binary became more well known and became I don't know, just more people found themselves. I contemplated that too, and I was like, no, I don't know how to explain it. I don't feel non-binary. I feel an identity within womanhood, but it's in a different way from what straight women feel. I usually only use that as my gender descriptor around other lesbians because they get it. But it's funny to see how many lesbians agree with the gender stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm a cis woman, but I'm a cis woman in a different way from the straight cis woman. I feel like I need to make this just a little. Sorry, I know I'm getting quiet. I'm just concentrating. And clearly my ibuprofen's making me feel limber enough with this broken rib. Let's see, to be honest, it falls under the gender umbrella in my mind because womanhood in the US especially is so steeped into relationships with men. So existing as a woman or NB as a lesbian is so different than being straight and identifying as a cis woman or as NB, if that makes sense. Yes. Gender is wild when you live in a patriarchy and don't center men. Yeah, and it makes them so mad. I can't imagine telling like the average cis straight man like lesbian is my gender too. You'll fucking blow their minds. Oh, okay. Sorry, TikTok. Wait, femme is a black thing. No, I don't think femme is a specifically black thing. Obviously, I'm not black, so not the best person to answer that. But I think as a femme relates to stud or stem it's a thing, but I don't know. I could be speaking out of place though. I am beading an eagle staff. It's basically a flag for my tribe. Yes, the cis het man. My least favorite group to explain things to. I don't know if I like that. Maybe if I do this. Let's see, one thing I have always noticed is that when it comes to LGBT two-spirit people, we always feel the need to explain who we are when no one else does. We are who we are. We are all human beings. I know, straight and cis are like the default. And I hope that that will change someday. That's like, you just reminded me of like the lesbian conversation, which I'm sure is present in other LGBT parts, like other communities within the LGBT community. Is like, how can you tell if they're gay or not before you try and talk with them or like pick them up or whatever? And something that I always hear is like, they're always gay until they aren't. I hope that's not a toxic thing to believe in, though. But like, strike up the conversation, see if they are. Assume that they're probably gay too, in whatever way that they are, and then they tell you that they're straight. Yep, STEM and STUD are Black lesbian specific from what I've learned, and femme isn't exclusive to Black les identity, but absolutely has different meanings within Black les communities. Oh, that's a leaf. Little leaf. So yeah, I don't know. There hasn't really been anything else going on for me. I've just been busy. Fall time is always super busy for me for some reason. Got the same job. Had a girlfriend for a minute, but it just didn't work out. Broke my rib, you know, from jumping in a snowbank. That's why I think I'm just going to be able to do this little leaf and then I'll have to end because I had to take it easy. You know how I know how crafting goes. Yep. I haven't been creating a lot either. I made that pair of moccasins, and I think that's about it. I did teach 10 people how to make a ribbon shirt, so I feel like I almost feel like I made 10 ribbon shirts. Let's see. I'm ace and feel like my experience of being a woman is different than the cishet woman. Religious cishet women often see me as the pure version of them since I don't have sex. Silly cishets. Yeah. I've been learning a little bit more about ace lately too, because I have a friend who is gay, but also ace. We love you, Chelsea, because you communicate very well. Well, thanks. Even with all my stuttering. I just wish I had more to put into the YouTube right now, like more time, more ideas. And it's hard to vlog when there's a pandemic. For a while there, I was doing the weekly vlogs, but then I don't know, I got a little lazy with filming. I wasn't filming as much of the smaller moments as I was when I first started. And in addition, my life was just being a little too repetitive for, not for life, but for like vlogging. Like, oh, you're gonna see me go to this function again. you just watched me do it last week. Let's see, final fun thing to know about lesbian identity in terms, a lot of non-lesbians don't get that butch and femme aren't descriptors of how someone look. They're essentially lesbian specific genders. Yes. That's a part of why femme specifically is co-opted by non-lesbians. They don't get the history or meaning. Sorry for going off. No, don't be sorry. And anybody on my TikTok probably like to hear your thoughts too, because that's mostly what I do on TikTok is just making memes about being gay. Yeah. And I don't really identify with either of those either. My friend calls me butch, but I'm like, I am not butch. Maybe I kind of look like it right now, but I promise I still I'll still put on a pair of heels, you know, and wear a dress and do my hair and put on some makeup. I just kind of go fluid between the two, I guess. Let's see. I've been going wild with making the medallions and your leggings, right? Trying to pump out earrings, mocks and leggings to start. 45 shades of the rain. Yeah, you always making something. Just busy you are. That was me for a little bit too. I'd say like 2019. 2019 was my year where I was like shuffling out the beadwork. Gay meme rights. Memes are just the way to go. And I don't think I'm funny, but apparently other people do. So, hey, I might as well have some fun. Why can't you super chat? Oh, I just didn't turn them on, I don't think. But also YouTube takes a huge chunk of that. And we don't want to let capitalism win, do we? They don't need your money. Let's see, I'm gonna have to put a little sideways bead on here. See, these roles in the community are so beautiful and important, but also existing between them is awesome. Yeah. I've also heard people say kind of no labels was their label, if that makes any sense. Because I've heard people say stud femmes, stems, and no labels, or butch femmes and no labels. So maybe I'm a no labels, which is a label, but yeah. You're just sitting at work, almost done with your shift, while it lightly rains. Yeah, the rain sucks. Well, I'm glad that I'm helping you out with your shift, because I do the same thing when I'm at work, and kind of my duties are not really taking up a lot of time. I'll like listen to podcasts, or I'll find people to watch and interact with. Lately, I've been enjoying Twitch. I've been liking watching people play video games. I'm not like an avid gamer, but I do game every now and then. If you're interested, I like horror games. My favorite game of all time is BioShock. I also like Gears of War, Resident Evil. I'm about to get Village for Christmas because I asked my mom for it. I'm really excited to play it. Also, I really want to play Visage, Visage. Terrifying game, absolutely scary. Let's see. If you want to see a cool post, I just saw something about non-white butch identity. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. I don't know if you have me on like Twitter or Instagram, or for mutuals on TikTok. You can you can send it to me there too. Indigenous butches. I've thought about this too, because like there's a lot of LGBT in my tribe. I know other bis, lesbians, gays, but I can't really say that I feel like people from my tribe anyway are distinct from other nationalities and races within the LGBT community, if that makes sense. Like, okay, there's this one girl, she's a lesbian. She's been out for like her whole life, and she is indigenous, but I would say that she's like a hey mamas. A hey mamas lesbian. She's totally a hey mamas. And then there's another girl, she's really butch. She just looks like a butch person, but there isn't any like indigenous flavor added to it, I guess. I don't know. The only thing I could think of is like I have a lesbian ribbon skirt, and I want to make a shirt. I want to make a lesbian ribbon shirt. If not a lesbian ribbon shirt, just a ribbon shirt or whatever, but you don't really see women wearing ribbon shirts. So maybe that could be our flavor that we add. I don't know. I'm learning lots now. What's a good game for a beginner? It depends on what you like. There's so many different kinds of video games out there. I prefer what's called like first person shooters. So like the more generic version of that would be like Call of Duty. Everyone's heard of Call of Duty. I do have it. One of their games, I have played it before. I don't prefer it though. There's also Halo. Halo just came out with a new game. And I've tried Halo. I've beaten Halo 4 and that's it. But I don't really like Halo. And I just kind of figured out that I like horror games. I like scary stuff. And I think Resident Evil and Visage are more like they're first person, as in you play through the viewpoint of a character. But they do more than just like shoot, kill, hurt things. That you also go and find things in order to kind of scavenger hunt your way out of a situation, I guess. But BioShock, I love BioShock because not only is it a first-person shooter, but it's horror. Okay, it's really scary. It has a great story, by the way. Like it could be a movie, I feel like. And you also use like magic, I guess, to hurt others. But for like a beginner, I don't know. Just it depends on what you want to do. Do you want to kill and hurt things, or do you want to like scavenger hunt, or do you like to race? There's racing games. When I was a kid, I used to play like skateboarding, BMX games like that all the time. I'm looking that way because I'm looking at them. I could see my old PlayStation 2 games over there. So yeah. I recently got a job at my local native craft store, and I absolutely love my job. Cool. I love that. We don't have one of those around here. The closest one technically is in Sioux, Canada, which is just a hop, skip, and away if you don't count all the international bullshit you have to put up with. But I've never been there. Other than that, you have to travel like a few hours away, but it's a store that isn't owned by natives. It's called Knock Bay, and it's in Escanaba. And like all the natives around here don't really see a problem with it. But I think it's kind of weird, honestly. Hey mamas are the pillar of the community, but is that a good or a bad thing? I don't know. There's good hey mamas out there, aren't there? But a lot of hey mamas are like, I think they're presented or like stereotyped as like the Kyles of lesbians or like the douchebags of lesbians. But you could have a very hey mamas look and still be a good person. This person that I'm thinking of though, that is very hey mamas, they're not a great person. They're not. So they're like the negative hey mamas, but I think there's got to be some good hey mamas out there. I don't know. Have you played or watched Pathologic or Kitty Horror Show stuff? No. Is that a game or is that a streamer? RPGs, those aren't hard to play. What? I'm trying to think of any. Would Zelda be considered an RPG? I've been watching this guy on TikTok. I think his name's like Matty Plays or something. Matty. I can't remember his TikTok name, but he plays a genuine Nintendo 64, and he does this thing called Zelda and Coffee on Monday, Tuesday mornings, and I absolutely love it. He's been playing Majora's Mask for like a month now, and it's making me want to go buy a Nintendo 64 from somewhere and play Zelda. It's just throwing me back to my childhood when I didn't know what I was doing, and it kind of made me realize that it was bringing back a lot of memories for when I was a kid playing Zelda. I was born in 1990, so I was like a small kid playing Zelda, like 8 years old or something. And as I'm watching this guy play, I'm noticing that he's getting achievements. He's achieving things in this game. He's gathering certain masks and supplies and beating missions in order to acquire things. And I remember playing with those things that he acquired, but I also remember not knowing what the hell I was doing. I was just kind of like riding around and like knocking leaves and killing things. I don't think I was achieving anything or like beating the game at all. But I remembered playing with these things that he had acquired through the gameplay. So the only thing, my theory was I was playing on my stepdad's memory. I was playing his game, which made me feel terrible because if you've never played Majora's Mask, just so you know, it's a very time-sensitive game. You have like, I don't remember how long it is, but you only have a certain amount of time to complete everything before the moon like kills everybody, basically. And there's a lot to complete during that time that you have to really like strategize and stuff. So I asked my dad the other day, I was like, did I ruin your game? He like laughed and he's like, yeah, you did. A lesbian version of a Kyle. It's a hey mamas. Good to see you too, James Fox. Into the Twitter message. They're horror games that are a lot about land and places become horror. Yeah. What else did I ask for? I played Left 4 Dead 2 yesterday or last night for the first time in years. I'm not even beating anymore. I've actually kind of completed this leaf. Anyway, I found it for like $15 at Walmart not too long ago. So I picked it up. I played it a long time ago in like 2013 around there because my friend lent it to me and I absolutely fell in love with it. I loved Left 4 Dead 2. Don't think I've ever played the first one, the first Left 4 Dead though. And but I had borrowed it from a friend, so I gave it back to him. So I was really excited to find this game, not only so I could play it again, but I had also asked my parents for Back 4 Blood for Christmas. So Back 4 Blood is, I don't think it's by the same developers. Like, I don't think it's officially a sequel to Left 4 Dead, but it's understood to be a sequel to Left 4 Dead. So yeah, I asked for that. Resident Evil Village with the big bitch, and Little Nightmares. Yeah, that's a good one too. If you haven't played Little Nightmares, or if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. It's a really good game. It's terrifying. It's so freaking scary. Not just like the images and stuff, but like actually playing it. It's I don't remember if it has any jump scares in it. I don't think it has jump scares, but it's thrilling, basically. Yeah, Visage, I'm just gonna have to try and, I don't know, make time for it eventually. All these games I got on my list to play. So I'm just tying off this leaf. She's completed. Yeah, I don't think I have anybody on here on TikTok asking anything. I didn't think I would. I got monetized on TikTok too. I was not expecting that. I don't make anything on there either, by the way. It's I think you mostly have to have people like donate to you in order to make anything on TikTok, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested in taking people's money. But it made me laugh because on YouTube, you have to meet all these requirements in order to qualify for monetization. And you have to then apply once you think you've met these requirements. So I looked them up. I found, a few years ago, I found the requirements for it. And then once I met them, I applied for YouTube, and then YouTube reviews your application and lets you know whether they're going to approve you for monetization or not. And I know people who have been denied monetization, so it's not like super easy to get YouTube monetization. So one day when I log on to TikTok and it's like, you're invited to join our creator program or whatever it's called. I was like, what? And all I did was tap a button and they're like, congratulations, you're in our program. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to make anything on here. Not unless I become like a huge TikTok platform, but that is not going to happen. I don't see that happening at all. Did the TikTok come out okay? The one you broke your rib for? No, actually. And to be clear, I don't make, I'm not trying to have a platform on TikTok. In fact, I downloaded TikTok specifically because I found out there was a lesbian community on there. And at the time, I wasn't out as lesbian yet. I was still only out as bi. So I wanted a place to just be. I couldn't really tweet about being gay because I wasn't out yet. So I wanted to have a place where I could go hide and just be out and whatever. And so that's why I downloaded TikTok, and then eventually came out or whatever, and people keep following me on there, and it still just kind of remained a space for me to just frolic around and be dumb and just tell jokes and just involve myself in absolute debauchery. I labeled it 18 plus as well, so I tell a lot of dirty jokes on there too. The occasional thirst trap, I guess. I don't really consider them thirst traps, so I don't know what else to call them. So yeah, basically I explained all that because I'm not trying really to get views and stuff. I'm just having fun. It's not like YouTube where I want to get views. But the thing is, I can't help but notice that the TikToks that I put more effort in, more time in, break my rib for, those ones don't go very far. And then the TikToks where I'm just made it on a whim, heard a sound or whatever, and was like, oh, the thousands through the roof. But also, I had one TikTok go viral. Last I knew, it was approaching 150K views, and it was a skit that I did that was about crossing the US-Canada border, my experiences doing that. And I made it because I was frustrated with that experience. And I wanted to make something satirical because, again, I try to be funny on my TikTok, basically. I try to tell jokes on my TikTok. And so this was supposed to be a satirical me kind of making fun of the situation and showing it in a satirical light where it's it's okay, you can laugh, it's funny. But people didn't take it that way. People just took it as not activism or educational, but they took it as I don't know, me talking about racism and pointing it out, which I guess that's what it was. But I was aiming for it to be satirical, but it ended up just becoming oh, look at this native sharing her wisdom. So that wasn't the first time, though, that I had kind of sort of been somebody who was educating the masses about a native problem. I had done it like 1 or 2 other times, and those other videos blew up too. Not as much as that one, but they like blew up. So it's like, I don't want to be a Native Wisdom account on TikTok. I just want to like mess around and be funny and have fun. But what people want from me apparently is to be an educational Indian. So it's not going to happen. Yeah. All right. Well, I live in Wayne, Michigan, outside of Detroit, and it's only raining down here. Is it snowing up there? No, it's raining here too. Yep. It's raining up here too. Up here in the Yoop. Which I was at my parents' this evening before coming back home, and my windshield wiper just like flew off. I think what I did is when I was like scraping ice off of there, I think it kind of busted my wiper, but the wiper remained on until I went to use it in the rain tonight, and it just like flew off. So yeah, I had to like drive home like this, trying to see through the rain. It's raining in Arizona too. It's our first rain months. Oh wow, I have a friend that's down there right now. So yeah, this is what I completed. This little leaf. This I can show it to TikTok too if anybody's watching. Got a leaf done. Did the strawberry earlier. Here's a leaf. I can try and show you again what the design is. And it goes down further. And yeah, there that is. Thanks for hanging out. Tozier, if that isn't your name on, I think you said you messaged me on Twitter. If you don't have the same username, let me know that you are you. I'm sure I'll probably still know, but I just want to be sure that I have the right person. I don't get like crazy DMs on there, but I do get a lot of random DMs. So sometimes they get filtered out, not on my behalf, but I gotta go looking sometimes. Yeah, we'll see. I might be just saying too much. Okay, thanks. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I hope to do this again. The next time, I tend to stream on like holidays. I think last year I streamed on Thanksgiving or something, and like I need to stream when people are actually not busy in our board instead of with their families. But yeah, so I will see you guys later, and have a good Christmas if you celebrate, and have a good night if you don't. Bye, Mapi.